Hi guys, Lord Magicus, and we're going to play Merfolk in Modern. Alright, so we're going to go and play Simic again today. I feel like I like where the Simic deck is at the moment. The only thing that I really want to change is, I want these Tidebinder mages in the main deck. I think we might be struggling a little bit against like the mono red decks. So I am hoping that Tidebinder helps fix this and maybe help us out against Jund a little bit too. So I think I ended up cutting Harbingers to make room to play this. Other than that, this mana base still has no fetches in it. I'm only playing 4 basic islands. Yeah, 19 lands overall, because the only 3-drop we have here is Force of Negation, so the curve is super low. We have 16 blue sources and 10 green sources. I'm hoping that's going to be enough to cast some of these sideboard cards. However, it's 12 green sources plus Aether Vial for the Comenda Speaker and the Mistbinder, so I think these cards will be fine to put into play. And Collector Oath, we're probably siding out Vials for him, but we might still keep 2 in the deck if we bring him in, so there's a chance that he can get Vialed in. Other than that, main deck's going to stay pretty much the same here. It's very low to the ground and aggressive, and then sideboard we have usual suspects: Relic, Deprive, Dismember, Collector Oath. Return to Nature, just because if people are experimenting with Stoneforge Mystic, I want to have an answer to deal with it. It's also good against the Whir deck, as it destroys Ensnaring Bridge and also can blow up the Thopter Foundry if they go for that, so very useful card to have, I think. And Shaper Sanctuary, this is a card, it's for Jund mostly. You just want to bring it in against like attrition decks. Or Jeskai is also a deck where this is really good. I haven't played this card too much, so I'm not sure how much it is that I necessarily believe in it, but we're going to just try it. And if it turns out that I like it, maybe it'll become 3 and we'll find another slot. We do have a spoiler, the new green-blue Planeswalker that looks very good in this deck, and I think it probably finds 2 copies in the main deck, maybe even just replacing something like Tidebinder Mage, because it's actually really good against red decks by helping you gain a bunch of life. And it also can possibly replace these like Return to Natures that are in the sideboard, because it deals with Ensnaring Bridge. So once Throne is out, we'll see probably this slot and this slot will change, because I think that the Planeswalker is going to be really good in it. His name is Oko, I think. Yeah, but he looks interesting. But we'll see. We'll have to see what the rest of the spoilers look like. I don't like delving into too much like theoretical deck building, because we have no idea what other cards might be there to. I don't know, maybe they'll, like, in some ridiculous universe, maybe they print, like, a totally different kind of card, like a white True Name Nemesis that makes us totally reconsider whether we want green in the deck or not. Like, obviously, I don't think that would ever happen, but until the set's done, like, you never know. So I don't like, preemptively building lists. However, no matter what is spoiled, I do think that guy probably, I would say 99% has a home in our deck somewhere, at least as a 2 of. Because the utility on it's really good. So Nikachu did a video talking about the card, and highly recommend you go check it out. The card looks sick, so I'm excited for that. But until then, we're going to have to make do. We'll use Tidebinder to help fix our red matchups a little bit and Return to Nature to deal with the bridges. So, alright, well, that's it. Let's go play. Okay. Hopefully we can just not have to wait too long. I don't know, the queue time is always random. Ah, very quick. I gotta turn this down though. Alright, that's better. Nice and fast, I like that. Well, we are on the draw, so this is not a very good hand. This is going to stay as a 1/1 for a very long time. Now I think we have to mulligan. We don't have 2 blue sources to cast like any of the rest of these. I'm going to mulligan. This is okay. It's not great, but I will keep it. Put Breeding Pool on the bottom. Still have like 3 threats. Okay, that's definitely improving it a little bit. Scalding Tarn could still be a lot of decks at the moment, so let's see what's going on here. It might be Death Shadow. I've seen that has had a little bit of a resurgence. Steam Vents, okay. Let's see what else we got. I mean, this... Yeah, okay, so this makes me think Death Shadow. This could also be like a prowess deck of some kind. But yeah, this looks like Grixis. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that they'd get Steam Vents in turn 1 if that was the case, though. Is there any possibility this is the Grixis Whirza deck? Do they play Steam Vents in it? I'm not 100% on that. Alright, well, let's just play Merfolk Mistbinder. We'll keep Lord of Atlantis because that's going to be a little bit more valuable, I think. We can't auto-pass just because we might need to crack Vial in response to something. Galvanic Blast is fine. Okay, so this is almost definitely the Whirza deck. Because I think they do... I think they play that card in it. No, fuck, huh. Maybe it's like a control deck. That's possible, too. I don't think that they would fetch out Steam Vents and Watery Grave right away if that was the case. They'd want Snow Basics for Astrolab. So I'm leaning towards Grixis Control at the moment. It's hard. Like, this isn't... Alright. This could go in a number of ways, but... Tell us something. Show me some secret. Alright, so it is Whirza. This Tidebinder Mage is actually going to be pretty good because we're going to lock this shit down so he's never going to use this to reanimate stuff. Well, that's going to be a problem. We got to start attacking. Okay. Well, we don't really have much of a choice here. However, we've got a pretty good clock on the board now. We can play Biomancer next turn and attack with Mutavault. They can use the Spell Bomb on the Lord of Atlantis, but they're not going to be able to use Engineer, so... However, if they have Thopter Foundry, we're in a lot of shit. So we really kind of need to get in there quickly. Oh no! Alright, well, we're not dead. We still have... We have one Echoing Truth in our main deck for exactly this reason. He has 2 cards in hand still, so... Lord of Atlantis can attack. Alright, so let's play Benthic Biomancer. The Benthic Biomancer will also be able to attack. Let's get in our 2 damage. He could sacrifice the Spell Bomb to kill it if he wants. Okay. So I think here, he's almost definitely going to be able to play whatever he draws, so we're just going to adapt this now because I might want to play the Mutavault. I think Waterlogged Grove is a little more important right now. I want to be able to try to draw the Echoing Truth at any given moment. Okay, well this is a problem. So we've got 8 power on board right now. Okay, they didn't do anything, so that's a good sign. We'll see if we get to attack. What are you gonna cryptic command? What's going on here? Oh, Whir of Invention. Fuck. Yeah, that's a problem. I think now we are in some deep shit. Cracking Waterlogged Grove does not help. That's gonna happen. So he has 2 cards in hand. It's just gonna be how it is. Well, Force doesn't really help right now. So let's see. Next turn he can make 1. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna have to play an artifact though. So let's just, I guess, attack. Let's turn Mutavault into a creature. We can attack, so. And then maybe if we draw Lord of Atlantis and like Echoing Truth, then we can kill him with Island Walk. We'll crack the Waterlogged Grove at the end of turn. Because I think Lord into... Well, we're probably going to crack it in response to, like... Oh, that's terrible. Yep, 2 cards. I want to wait on this because I need to see what else they're going to do. If we draw a Lord, I might not want to pitch it to Force. Galvanic Blast. That might be worth countering. If we draw a Lord, I think I will save it. Okay. We have 1 card in hand. I think Biomancer's not going to do it. I think we need to protect the Tidebinder Mage so this doesn't get out of hand. Otherwise, they're... Yeah, I want to keep the power on the board, so they can gain 3 life. It's fine. Means we're 2 turns away from being able to attack, at least. Yeah, so be it. Alright, we're still not totally dead yet, but we're getting there. But we don't have time. Like, we have to draw, like, the next 2 cards. No! Alright. Pass. We're definitely, like, underneath 5% to win at this point. However, it's going to take them a while to kill us. But they have the Inventor's Fair if they want to find... Yeah, I guess, what would they even find right now? I'm hanging on to this vial in case we draw... No, we're not going to draw another Benthic Biomancer, I guess, but... I guess there's not really any reason to play it, so... Alright, now I think we're fucked. So you can just stack the Thopter token to... Oh, he put Mystic Forge in there. Jeez. Fuck. Alright, well... This is hopeless. The most we can swing for in one turn, like at the moment, would be like if we drew Lord and then played Echoing Truth, we get attack for 12 Island Walk, which is still not anywhere remotely close to enough. Yeah, I think it might just be too late too, because now he can just attack for 6 in the air. He can also sacrifice this bridge at any point he wants, so... And I think we're dead next turn, right? Because he can attack 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I don't think there's any way we can come back. Alright, fuck it. We lose. We cannot come back from it at that point. We had like 1 or 2 turns where there was a possibility, but not there. Alright, so we need Oath and we need Return to Nature. Spreading Seas is pretty useless in this match. Deprive is also, like, some number of Deprive is fine too. Bring in 2 of those. What do we not need here? Tidebinder was actually surprisingly useful. I mean, all the creatures are fine for the most part. I guess maybe Merfolk Trickster actually doesn't do that much here. And the rest is just a nice aggro. Oh, we should take out 2 Aether Vials, so never mind. Alright. The question, do I want another Deprive? I'll take at least 1 Trickster back in. Do I want Dismember? I think the problem is, like, if Whirza resolves, I think we probably already lose, so... 29 creatures. Alright, I'll just bring in another Deprive. Alright. Do it like this. I would love to play first. This hand looks fine. We can go Oath into Oath, and that should be very hard for them to come back from. So even if they have like Galvanic Blast, they'd have to like have 2 in a row, and that still might not be enough. Yeah, go crazy. Alright, well, you get to do this exactly once. They're not going to have red mana available, so... do they have Fatal Push? That could suck. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, well, we're going to have to try again next turn. Did you keep a hand that had 2 Fatal Pushes in it? That's what I want to know. Because if this one sticks, then I'm certainly not going to... I probably won't tap out if this sticks. I'll wait till I draw a land, I'll play the Aether Vial, and I'll just start poking him with this and protect it with the Deprive. So he's down... Okay, so you have War of Invention available. I don't think they have any artifact creatures that can do anything about this. We'll wait a turn and see if he didn't do anything, so... Oh, yeah, he didn't shock himself, so he doesn't have Whir. Alright, he might just be, like, locked out here at the moment. Okay. Oh yeah, the vial doesn't actually do anything, does it? Because I played a fucking Collector Oath. Oops. So tapping that was just a mistake. Now that means the shields are down, so... Alright, well... Maybe at some point it'll be relevant, but probably not. So it's clear that they don't have anything, so let's see if we can get something going. Alright, that's good. That gives us a clock. Okay, the welding jar is useless. They don't have colored mana to get rid of the oath, so that's nice. Okay, Force of Negation means that we can put our foot on the gas now, because we have Force to protect ourselves. So, I think what I will do is I will attack for 5 here, and then I will play Silvergill Adept. Yeah, just in case they play Whir. Well, no, I don't really need to tap out here, do I? So, let's not... We don't have to. This is enough. Let's not get greedy. Like, I think he can still tap them for Whir. So if he finds Whir, then Ensnaring Bridge is a problem. So let's just not lose to that. I'll adapt this at the end of turn. And then we can just... so it'll be... Yeah, we can just play a Lord and then kill him. Hopefully draw another mana source. But yeah, Collector Oath like single-handedly winning this game. We had 2 of them and they only had 1 Fatal Push. So what's your plan? Alright, let's adapt. I guess discard Tidebinder Mage? There we go. Perfect. Now we can hold up the Deprive. That does it. Okay, so if we can just do that one more time, then that'll be good enough. I don't think I want to change anything. I think this was a good plan, so let's just stick with it. If we can just stick an Oath and protect it, I think that's usually good enough to win this match. So they did bring in Fatal Push, so I guess they probably... I don't know if they left it in or if they brought it in. This hand is okay. I think we're going to keep it. It doesn't have like a super amount of interaction, but it does have like a curve to it and some protection in force, so we'll keep this. And if we draw an Oath, we will be able to cast it, so... Yeah. Okay. Doesn't have anything to do, that's a good sign. We'll take 2, we'll play Kumena's Speaker. The next turn we'll play Lord and start attacking. So if they play Thopter Foundry, do I counter that right now? Probably. What the fuck are you gonna do? Are you gonna, like, Collective Brutality me? Please don't do that. Because I think that's one we probably have to counter. Well, so they're gonna get. Yeah, I don't think we have a choice because they're gonna eat a creature and eat our force anyway. So let's just not let them have the one that's in play. They're only at 2 cards, so that might be fine. They play Bridge, it's not the end of the world because we do have some more answers to it now. And Grove might help us dig for them. Hoping that's all they have, though. Well, that's good. I will play the Waterlogged Grove. Let's make our attacks. They just Fatal Push, that's fine, sure. I only have 1 card in hand, and I doubt that it's very good, so we're going to just put more pressure in play, and then we'll start holding up Force of Negation for 3 mana. This hand doesn't look very good in their part. It just had a bunch of removal spells, and removal spells for them is not a really good way of winning the game. Like, they have to play like combo pieces and haymakers in order to win this, and I don't think that just playing like Fatal Push and Collective Brutality was good enough. Like, it's a lot of land too. Okay, they didn't do anything, so I think I'm gonna wait on that. I want to play this when I have another land so I can play Force and Oath on the same turn. Sure. So they're just giving that -2/-2. They have 1 card left in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Alright. Alright, so I will play... Oh, so let's attack first. I'm not going to play the Lord yet. I'm going to pass 1 turn, and then I'll play it, because I want to have it up for Force next turn if necessary. So here I'll probably crack the Grove at the end of turn. Yeah, they have to do that now. So they don't have removal spells available this turn. So we still have Force alive. We can crack Grove, find another blue card so we can play our Lord safely and still hold this up. There's also, like, there's a possibility I don't even have to crack this. Because again, if I draw another land, it's safe to just do it. Alright, so what do you got now? Alright, well, I can't really do anything about that. There's nothing I can really do to stop it, so you have yourself a Goblin Engineer. And you can trade this Mox Opal with it. Ensnaring Bridge, okay. Alright, so what do I have to do here to win? Well, we're going to need to find an answer to bridge, so let's work on doing that. Okay. It's not nothing. Okay, so we can play Lord of Atlantis. We'll attack. I don't think they have any removal, so I think it's safe to attack here. Oh, come on. You had it this time. Alright. Yeah, I guess you got me. Yeah, that's fine. Well, they have no cards in hand, so I think that we're in an okay spot at the moment. We do have a counterspell up, so... So what? They have 2 brutalities and like a fatal push and an assassin's trophy. They just kept like literally removal.hand. They have to sacrifice the Mox Opal to get the bridge. So they're gonna go to 1, get the mountain with this so that they can put bridge in play. Because that's literally all they can do right now. They don't have any other artifacts. And if we find yeah, once we find removal spell for the bridge, we win. Look at, we are so good at magic cards right now. Alright, they conceded. Sick. Collector Oath, Return to Nature, OP. Yeah, we just utterly crushed them in the sideboard, so our sideboard plan was very good. Even though they kept like tons of removal for the Collector Oath, they managed to find a window to sneak in a trophy when they had exactly 1 card in hand and get the bridge in too, but it did not help them because we had answers to bridge and they did not have answers to not dying, I guess. Yeah, that was, I mean, it was a really weird draw for them, so. Alright, round 2. Well, we're on the draw again. I always seem to be on the fucking draw. Why don't I get to be on the play? Like, just, I don't know. Statistically, I know I'm on the draw, like, something like at least 55+% of the time, which, after, like, this many games is ridiculous. That should not be the case. This is okay. We'll keep this. We have a curve and force, so what more do you really want? We're up against Scape Shift, so hopefully the Force of Negation will be good. We're hoping they're on a Scape Shift hand. So the question is, do we lead with Cometa Speaker or Aether Vial? I think we probably... If we lead with Cometa Speaker, we're attacking for 3. But this Grove, then, that it means we have to hurt ourselves with Grove. I'd rather not do that. Ah, fuck, that was a mistake. Can I undo that? No, I cannot. Because I should, if I was going to lead with, like, that, at that Vial, I should have played the Mutavault first. Alright, that just means that we're kind of locked into playing a Lord next turn. To try to put as much pressure in this. Well, I mean, it's probably correct to do that anyway. Yep, Farseek. Yeah, we're probably just like... It might have been correct to do this anyway, because we can put Master in play and then Vial and Cometa Speaker. The Trega, you want to stay above 18 life, so... yes. Alright, well, it may not be possible for us to do that, but we're going to try. We also might end up hardcasting this Force at some point. Alright, so... Yeah, Lightning Bolt, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but there's nothing we can do about that. Yep. They're going upstairs really quick. And if they're on a Primeval Titan plan, then we're in a lot of trouble. This is one of the reasons I like having Deprive in the sideboard. Alright, play the Mutavault, I guess. Attack with Kamena Speaker. Yep. We'll Violin. I mean, we could have used Tidebinder there, but I think we want to hold this in case they're on Primeval Titan. Though, to be honest, if they are, then it's going to get bolted very quickly. It just buys us like one turn. Yeah. Alright. So, is it Titan time? Yeah, it's Titan time. It's not where I want to be in my life, but we can tap it down, but we don't have a good way to protect it. They have so many fucking Valakut triggers. Like, if they play a land, we just lose. I guess here we just play Tidebinder. What do we do? Because it keeps Titan from untapping or from attacking us next turn. We're already at 10, so it's not like it matters if. Okay, well, I mean that buys us another turn maybe, but they can just get to the point where they can just keep bolting our face. So does it matter? I guess if I shock myself and go to 8, they can play a land. Yeah, we just need to put more pressure in the field. Try to kill them quickly. Playing a land is just so devastating right now, though. Well, it's not a mountain, so could have been worse, I guess. If they play Scapeshift, like... Alright, no, we die to that. They can just get Valakut and a mountain and we lose. Alright, well, Force of Negation is not the draw we need for that. We definitely need Deprive. And I guess this might be a match where, like, Shaper's Sanctuary is okay. What's not good? I don't really like Spreading Seas that much against this deck, but I don't know, some people think that it's okay. I'm not a huge fan. Trickster is fine, but not amazing. I just don't want to take out like too many of these cards. I don't know. I don't necessarily believe in Seas. Maybe like we just want to. We need to get the Lords. We have to keep the Lords because our plan has to be to get enough Lords in play to get out of range. Maybe we just cut Silvergill Adepts. And then one Spreading Seas. Are we leaving in the Echoing Truth? I guess. I don't want to cut the 1-drops because we really need to kind of keep a curve and beat them quickly. Like, you have to have a good turn 4 kill against this deck. Tidebiter and Trickster are fine for attacking through, like, Steves and Titans, so... Yeah, I don't think that, like, those are probably the least important cards here. Like, everything else I want to kind of keep, so... I guess we're doing it like this. Valakut's hard. We really need lots of counterspells that matter against them, so... This is not really great. There's no way this hand kills them. This is a little bit better, I guess. So how are we going to do this? I guess Mutavault goes in the bottom. We'll go Kimenis, yeah, Merfolk. Just gotta attack quickly, and we're gonna have to play this Mistbinder and hope that we draw more blue cards. Alright, well that screams Lightning Bolt. So, question, I guess I have to play it because I'm only attacking for 1 otherwise. Well, I mean, I'm attacking for 1 if they bolt this too, so, I don't know. I guess we're just kind of bolt checking them. I assume that they have Lightning Bolt. If they have Bolt, they definitely need to kill this. I'm just trying to play to, like, what are the chances that they don't have it, so... Okay, no, they went after the speaker, never mind, so... I think that was probably not correct, unless they have another one for this. Yep, it's fine. So we can play Grove and Speaker next turn. I don't think I'm at that point just yet. Let's attack first. Keep the Biomancer in hand for right now. Yeah, no, you definitely block and sacrifice. Come on. What are you doing? I'm just kind of worried that they might cast Anger of the Gods and, like... Yeah, if they cast Anger, like, we probably need to count. Hold on. We'll probably have to force Anger. If they do play another mountain, I'm probably going to Spreading Seas the Forest. Farseek. I think I'm going to force this, and I'm going to seize that to try to slow them down. I cannot let them ramp that much mana that quickly. That would be devastating. Alright, well... It's tough. We don't have it. This is terrible. Alright, Exploration, or Explore. Of course, never do they not find it, so... Now they have 3 green. Oh, this is terrible. Well, that's not helping our cause. We have to not die this turn. And if they have Primeval Titan, we're certainly doomed. If they have, like, if they have basically anything this turn, we're gonna die. Like, this hand just was not gonna beat this draw. Yes, here comes Titan. Yeah, there's no way we could interact with that. The Force wasn't gonna stop it. Valakut and Mountain Gold. No, that doesn't give them enough right now. I guess theoretically if we draw like Tidebinder or Trickster, that could be okay. Field of the Dead is also kind of dangerous. Alright. That's not good enough. No, unfortunately we just lose here, because now they have 1, 2, 3, 4. So when they attack, they can just shoot both of our creatures with Titan, like, now, you know what, no, we're dead to this, like, we cannot protect our creatures, and they're just going to start raping us in the face. So, yeah, we're done with that. Just got pasted by Valakut. Not the kind of draw that we needed, but you know, sometimes that happens. Force was not good enough in game 1 because of Titan, and we did not have the Deprive when we needed it, so. Alright, well, let's move on the play for this game, so see if it's any better. Let's see. We can cast all these cards. I think this is fine. They mulligan to 6, that's got to be good. So probably I'm going to go Speaker into Lord of Atlantis. Oh, what's going on here? Bird of Paradise, okay. So, well, they played Breeding Pool conveniently for us. However, I think this is a good opportunity to slow them down by a lot, so let's do that. No, we'll attack first. Maybe we don't need to play this Tidebinder if they just chump block. Alright. There's a lot of decks this could be, so it's kind of too early to guess. This could be a Collected Company deck. Alright, so this might be a Vizier deck. Yeah, this is terrible. Alright. Which means next turn we could very easily just be dead. So we can play both Lord and Benthic Biomancer this turn, and then Silvergill Adept is going to be way too slow. If they have Vizier next turn, we just lose, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just got to put the best clock on the field that we can. So we have a lethal attack if they don't win this turn. If they have like Path to Exile, that's pretty bad for us too. Alright. What are they splashing blue for? The blue splash might be for Teferi in this deck. I think they used to play that. 3 mana Teferi. I wonder if they had the Temple Garden in their opening hand, because I think if they did, they should have led with that and not the Breeding Pool. Eldritch Evolution, okay. So, yeah, you have infinite mana with that. We don't have the Force of Negation up, sorry. Alright, what are you going to use infinite mana for? So they are an evolution deck, that's neat. Do you have Walking Ballista in your hand or something? Is that what's going on? Or this could just be like Finale of Devastation, I guess? No, I feel like this has to be Ballista. I'm not conceding until you show me the card that kills me. Alright, they have Ballista. Allosaurus Rider is not good enough here. What else you got? Do you have like another Eldritch Evolution? Scavenging Ooze? Okay, no, that's still not good enough. What else you got? I have Island Walk, so... Oh, shit. That's non-creature. Oh, you're going to blow up your own breeding pool. That makes sense. So you can blow up breeding pool and then 2 of my lands. Alright. You can also eat Bird's Paradise. Neat. I think if we draw Spreading Seas, like, we still win. They'd have, or no, they'd have to. Okay, well that was incorrect. I should have blew up Waterlogged Grove and Breeding Pool. Because now if we draw Spreading Seas, we win. I think. Yeah, we still have an attack for 8. No, that doesn't do it here. The other thing is, though, like, they don't really have a good attack at the moment. So, what do I want to do here? I could play Sanctum. That... Yeah, they can't really attack me, and if at any point I draw Seas, they lose. And at end step, I can adapt Biomancer to try to dig for it, too. If they find, like, another one of these or a way to blink it, we're just going to die. If they attack with this, it's actually fine. So how do I want to go about doing this? Do I play the Mutavault or do I play the Sanctum? I think I want to play the Sanctum. Alright, well... Island Walk doesn't really help here. Yeah, I don't think our attacks are particularly good. If we attack with everything, like, this can block here. You can trade this with something. You can trade an elephant with something, so that would be like 1, 2, Allosaurus. And then he doesn't have to, like, block these two. You still have... Yeah, I think that we can't really attack here. We just gotta dig for Spreading Seas, I think. The neat thing is, if they draw like an island, they can't play it or they're dead, so... Okay, Birds of Paradise is meaningless here. Alright, let's adapt to Biomancer. Aether Vial doesn't really do anything, so we'll throw that away. Alright, well, we win. Spreading Seas is going to do it. Infinite mana was not enough. Close. Alright, we definitely need Dismember. We definitely want Deprive. Because they're playing Eldritch Evolution, which is very necessary. Spreading Seas, although it was good there, I don't know how relevant Seas is really going to be. They are playing a blue in their mana base, so... I don't know, maybe it's not that great. It's the problem is, if at any point, like, if at any point we're in a situation where we need, like, Island Walk to win, like, that's a grinding position. I think that, yeah, I don't know, how do we win the grind otherwise? Like, ugh. We need to keep the forces. Shit, so how do we mulligan here? Or how do we sideboard here? What's gonna come out? I mean, maybe this isn't as relevant, like, creatures don't have to be that big. I kind of want to keep anything that interacts with their board and slows them down, though. Take out 1 Spreading Seas, I guess. Silvergill just kind of draws us to interaction, which I think is a little bit better than Seas at the moment. Because they do have some blue, so they might have to just keep hands that have Breeding Pool in it, so... And I want to keep the aggro curve, so... Alright, I guess we're going to try it like this and see if it works. Yeah, they're not really playing a whole lot of cards where I think we need the extra the beef on our creatures. Well, this is a pretty terrible hand. We have to mulligan this. This is much better. We're going to keep this, and I will bottom, I guess, the island, because we're going to go Vile and then hopefully play a bunch of stuff. I think this is a very good hand, actually. Tidebinder looks really good against stuff like Devoted Druid, but it's not. Ah, see, look, they're giving us Island Walk already. Beautiful. And we have Force of Negation up too now in case they try to go for Eldritch Evolution. Tidebinder's okay here, but he's not, like, super great. Alright. So the thing is, like, we could play Tidebinder on this, but it also just lets them... yeah, if we play Tidebinder on it, they can just put a counter on it to untap it. So I think at their upkeep, we're going to Trickster them down. We're not going to let them get infinite mana this turn. It's neat that they're playing Allosaurus Rider in their deck, though. There's a really kind of weird weird Eldritch Evolution combo. Alright, so do you have a white mana and a Vizier? I'm just trying to keep their mana sources. Alright, so they do have white, but no Vizier. Okay, so that's a good sign. Yes. Attack. I guess I will put a Lord into play. The plan of just being to hardcast Force of Negation, probably. Okay, absolutely fucking haram. If you cast that, then we're almost definitely going to lose. Oh, fuck! We got dunked on. Alright. So they get to draw a card, and they're going to get to combo. They have... This is like some weird hybrid of, like, the Neoform deck and Counters Company. Shalai. That's bad. That means they probably have Vizier in hand. And they're not going to play it until Shalai gets out, so... Alright, they can just play Shalai now, so... It sucks. So now they're going to have infinite mana, and we can't interact with it. Let's tap the Temple Garden for the white, play Shalai. Yep, and that means next turn they can attack us for lethal in the air. The Tidebinder Mage doesn't mean anything at the moment. They're just going to play out their hand, so that sucks. Alright, well, wasn't enough to slow them because they had the nuts. Yeah, that's fine. And they had Veil of Summer the whole time, so this didn't matter. So what are you getting for 4 mana here? Duskwatch Recruiter. Okay, you know what? That's fine. That means you win. For sure. You're just going to cast your entire deck right now. I'm not interested. Because I assume that means you have Walking Ballista, so we're screwed. Alright, well, I mean, I don't think they could have dunked on us any harder if they tried. We could not play around that. Yeah, Ladromy's Call would have definitely just, like, it didn't really matter if it resolved or not, I guess, because, well, or if we tried to counter and it didn't matter, so. I guess it would not have mattered if we played Tidebinder Mage, because it just wouldn't have done anything. I don't know, can't play around everything, I guess, so... Alright, on the play, let's hope that we're better. This is not a good matchup for us. Like, these decks are very hard for us to beat. I guess we have to keep this, though I'm not excited about it. I'm playing Silvergill into Lord of Atlantis and to probably another Lord. Just gotta attack them as quickly as possible. Alright, well, this is good, because that means that they're giving us Island Walk again. Alright, well, let's not take any chances here. I'm only doing this because this means now that we can attack for 3 next turn, so it's our fastest clock. Playing a Lord this turn doesn't really matter too much, so... They don't have anything to do here, so that means they're probably casting a Ladramie's Call. Which means I'm definitely pitched... So that's a good question. If I know they're casting a Ladramie's Call, do I hold up Force of Negation? I could play a Lord here, but then that means end step they can cast Call. They can only cast like 1 creature. I don't know. I guess maybe we should still just try to race them. And if for some reason they don't do it, then we'll use Force in their turn. But no, there's like 100%. That's the only reason they wouldn't play anything in turn 2. What the fuck are you doing? You kept a hand that had nothing to do in turn 1 or 2? Like, are you high? Okay, so they didn't have it last time, so what does that mean now? Okay. So let's play a Lord of Atlantis. Wow. What are you doing? I guess we just play Benthic Biomancer here. Just put lethal in play. Alright, so come on. You have 7 cards in hand. Do something. Nothing. Alright. So what is your plan? Like, how are you winning this game? Because at this point, just casting, like, Vizier and Druid is not good enough, so... And I do have a Force up. Allosaurus Rider, okay. Alright, well, did you keep Veil of Summer again? Because if they didn't keep... Alright, yeah, this means they probably have Veil. Which means they're going to get Terastodon, that sucks. Yeah, okay, so there was nothing we could do about that. Again, like, that was as much as we could have hoped for. So they can blow up 3 of our creatures, so they'll probably blow up Lord, and then probably Silvergill Adept, I imagine. So we are going to almost definitely be cracking Waterlog Grove, digging for action, so we can try to kill them before Terastodon kills us. So good cards to draw would be Tidebinder, Merfolk Trickster, or another Lord. Yeah, well, you're definitely killing these 2. Because if you don't, like, that's going to be lethal. Okay, well, that's interesting. Alright, so how do we want to go about this? Could adapt Biomancer first and see if we... I think this was a mistake. I don't think... Because you're giving me another chance to draw Spreading Seas and kill you. We side one of them out. Yeah, we sided one out and we pitched one to a force. But if we draw another Lord, I would just play that and probably attack anyway. So I think here... Yeah, we do that. I'm gonna ditch Aether Vial. Use the island. Alright, so we do have a Lord for next turn. Their attacks are not very good right now, and they can't threaten to do anything to us, so... And again, Spreading Seas is still alive. Yeah, I'm not gonna block that. Being at 11 doesn't matter. Is that... No, that's not quite good enough, but I mean, it's still pretty good. So we have 4... Wait, they can... That wasn't lethal, right? Like, they could still block 3 things. I guess they just didn't have anything to follow it up with, because that means we were going to win in 2 attacks, but they're going to throw away 3 creatures into the board, so... Alright, they just conceded. I guess there was... Based on their hand, they had no possible way to, like, follow this up, so... I guess that means no, like, Eladrim's Call or anything in their hand. That was weird. Alright, well... We managed to get there against that deck, as unlikely as it was, and I think that there was... I don't know, I think, honestly, they should have at least killed 2 of our Lords and gave us 2 3/3s, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Destroying their own lands just really seemed to set them back. Like, that's tough, because I think if they blew up our 2 Lords and then blew up their breeding pool, it gives them a 3/3 and it gives us 2 3/3s, but it still makes it hard to attack, right? Because that means we're throwing away at least 2 creatures. I don't know. I'm not sure I agreed with the way that they used Terastodon there, but... Oh, no, wait. Terastodon's only non-creature permanent, so never mind. So that was never an option. Okay, so that makes more sense. Yeah, they had to destroy their own lands because that was the only way they could have blockers. Alright, well, I guess we got there. It was helpful. Alright, on the draw again. Why do I keep being on the draw? Come on, stop that. We're 2-1 so far, so let's try to make this a good league. I'm liking this deck so far. I think that we have a pretty good build. We've seen some action out of just about everything at this point. Tidebinder getting in there. We got to Collector Oath and Return to Nature. Did some work. The Deprives and Dismembers were definitely relevant. I don't think we've drawn Dismember yet, but it certainly mattered that we had it. Well, this is an absolute mulligan, so... His hand does literally nothing. They kept 7, we have to mulligan. This is not really any better. I think we have to mulligan this too. This is actually good. We'll keep this. So we're going to put 2 cards in the bottom. I think we just put Silvergill and the Spreading Seas in the bottom. Right? I mean, we could also put Merfolk Trickster in the bottom. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? I'll do that instead. This was still way better than either of the other 2 hands we looked at. Alright. Well, that means this is probably Death Shadow. This could also be Dredge, but I'm guessing it's Death Shadow. Yep. Alright, well, they're taking Silvergill Adept more than likely. Unless they... Yeah, okay, so that means they probably have at least 1 more Inquisition in their hand, since they know we can't play anything this turn. So then next... If they have another discard spell, they'll take Mistbinder, so we can't play the Silvergill at all. Yeah, so we're up against, like, Grixis Death Shadow for sure. That has to be. It's the only deck that wants to play Street Wraith in it. So they want to go for, like, early Gurmag Anglers if possible. I have not missed this matchup at all, I've got to be honest. Yeah, Thoughtseize, take Mistbinder, play Death Shadow, and we're in a shit ton of trouble. Now they went for Silvergill this time, alright. That leads me to believe that they probably have like Fatal Push or Lightning Bolt. Yep. Fantastic. Well, we have no choice but to play our cards, so I doubt that it's going to matter. We might just die to this Death Shadow if he has like Team Battle Rage. Doesn't know about the Trickster though, so I think our plan has to be to take a hit off of this attack and hope that he just doesn't have Battle Rage. Only 3 cards. If it's like removal spell, alright, so fucking Bolt's terrible for us. Yeah, we're gonna... now I think that there's no way we can come back here. We're gonna go to 11. Like, we can buy ourselves a turn with Trickster, but that's not really enough. Oh, yeah, no, we're fucking toast. This is what I fucking hate, like, when people are like, that Grixis Death Shadow is, like, a really good match. It's not, because they can do this a lot. It's okay. I don't know, we're dead. I'm not gonna bother. We're fucked. Our board, we're gonna have to just chump block each turn, and, like, we're not coming back from it. I'm just not gonna bother. Better things to do with my life, and so do you. I don't think that Grixis Death Shadow is a ridiculously good match like a lot of people say it is, because it's very similar to like a Grixis control deck, except that it has like tons of discard and removal, and the difference is its clock is a lot faster than something like Jace the Mind Sculptor. So very, very dangerous deck, I think. I think normally Aether Vial is a card that comes out, and Spreading Seas is a card that comes out. So they do play Culligan's Command in the deck usually. What else? Shaper Sanctuary might help a little bit. And I guess maybe we can take in a Deprive here. We want Echoing Truth, and I think we want the rest of these cards. The Relics just help stop stuff like Snapcaster and take Garmog offline. Tidebinder Mage is still possibly relevant if they bring in Grim Lavamancer, so we don't want to side that out. This is okay. I mean, if we get Inquisitioned, we get Inquisitioned, like, so be it. That was ridiculous, though. They cycled 3 Street Wraiths that game. We kept 7 cards again, so that's probably not good for us either. Including Street Wraith. Neat. I think Mono Blue might be a little bit better against this deck than this version. I don't know, it's actually hard to say. Like, they might be about even. You really want cards like Kira in the deck. Sure, you can Fatal Push that. I guess we're playing Lord of Atlantis. And then we'll maybe, I don't know, hold this up. Probably this is just going to die now, so... Dismember? I want to save my lord. If they want to kill Lord, I want to make them have to use another removal spell. Because if we have like 2 Lords in the board, that does threaten to kill them very quickly. So now if we top deck a Lord, like, well, you know, that would have been good if there was any chance that we top decked it. So I just don't think that the Trickster by itself was going to beat this. Not very likely. Really needed to have like Lord so I could attack for 3 and then potentially kill him the turn afterwards, but Still has like 4 cards in hand, and if one more of them's removal, then we just lose anyway. That is how it is. Like these were just like definitely not hands that we were going to ever beat. Yeah, alright, done. We're fucked, so that was it. Grixis Death Shadow just fucking annihilated us. That deck is such a pain in the ass. I hate it so much. I guess that's one where Shaper Sanctuary would help you, but only if, I mean, you draw it in the first, like, turn. Don't underestimate the power of GDS. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, we're on the draw. Were we on the draw, like, for all of these rounds? Or like, what, 4 of them? Maybe 5 of them? That's fucking ridiculous. Alright, and, well, we're mulliganing, so the only good news is they mulligan too, so this is actually worse, kind of. We can't do anything with this. We're going to have to go to 5. Alright, I have to keep this. Like, I guess we're putting Spreading Seas in the bottom and just hoping we draw a land in the first 2 turns, because we can't do anything else, so this hand just loses to a lot of decks, I'm sure. Blackcleave Cliffs, that's not good. Sure. Nothing, it doesn't matter. This is probably Jund, and I mean, this could also be the Pyromancer deck. Either way, like, those are not matches where we want to be on a mold of 5. This is bad. This means this league's not going to turn out that well, I'm guessing. Why do I always get all the hard matches? Ugh, this is not fair. Everybody else gets to, like, get paired against, like, Tron and when they're playing, like, Simic and Control decks. I haven't even seen Control in a long time. I guess we're just gonna pass. There's not any point in playing something right now. Alright, well, that has to... you know what? No, that's okay. I'm gonna let it resolve. So I'll just flash in a Trickster and attack it. They didn't play a 3rd land. That's actually relevant. Let's try to get this thing off the board. So I think we're just trying to protect our creatures from removal. I mean, if they play 1 removal spell, that's fine, because we can still flash in Trickster and tap down a creature if they play 1. Just hoping they don't have, like, a fetch land or something so that they can play it and fetch and then return it back to their hand. If they get stuck on 2, we might actually have a chance here. Well, okay, so that's gonna happen, I guess. I'm fine with that because we can still kill the Wrenn in 6. Yeah, even if they don't have any lands in their graveyard, so that doesn't matter. Okay, well, no. I'm definitely protecting it. You should have done that on my turn when I couldn't have forced it. I guess, I'll play Lord of Atlantis. No, I'm just gonna flash in Trickster in the end step so we can start attacking them. Which matters if they play like Liliana the Veil. No, that's fine. I'll just attack into this thing, I don't care. Alright, Trickster is one way to get through this. Let's see if he knows how this works. That is not the correct thing to do. No, you do not. Yeah, Tarmogoyf stops blocking. That's exactly what I thought. So I guess what happens here is I will just play Lord of Atlantis now. I'll let Tarmogoyf attack once, that's fine. And then I can just hold up Tricksters. We're just hoping they don't find more lands. So they're stuck on 2? Okay, well, you see both of my Tricksters, so... Tarmogoyf is not going to be able to attack anytime in the near future. You have to have an answer for this, so... that's fine. Do that. Now it can't attack. They're in trouble. They're stuck on 2 lands, so, like, despite us mulling to 5 against this deck, I mean, they had a reasonably good start, but it's turn 7 and they haven't found a 3rd land yet, apparently. I don't know. I guess this is somewhat of vindication for being on the draw all these times, but at any point they can just, like, draw, like, a swamp and then play Liliana, and then we're in a shit ton of trouble. So he's got to decide now, like, attacking is not a good plan. I also might just, I may just not let him block. I might just flash in Trickster. Alright, so he did find it. Okay, neat. So what are you going to do with it? It doesn't let you cast Liliana, so that's a good sign. Because there's not many 3-drops you can play where green, green, black, or red, red, black is going to matter. This, yeah, so, okay, what are you thinking about here? Tarmogoyf doesn't attack, okay. Huh. So I could just crack Waterlog Grove. If I crack Waterlog Grove, he might just flash in Culligan's command, though. Make me discard the Trickster. So maybe the correct thing to do here is just tap Tarmogoyf down and just try to race him before he can actually get a plan going. Culligan's command can then, you know, make me have, or kill, like, the Lord, which, if that happens, so be it. Alright, seize. Oh, that's going to be good. Alright, so now you're going to Culligan's command. I actually want to keep the Spreading Seas, so I'm going to sacrifice the Waterlog Grove to draw a card. Okay. I will discard the Breeding Pool. Yep. So then I can hit either the Black Cleave or the Raging Ravine next turn if I get to cast this. I'm probably going to hit this if he doesn't play another black mana. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm probably going to see, like, Assassin's Trophy, I'm assuming. He might try to blow up the Spreading Seas. Alright, what are you doing with it? Sure. Play a land for turn, play Aether Vial, pass turn. No attacks. Then now we can tick Vial up and crack the Grove. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't want to crack the Grove just yet. There's not really any reason to do that. Let's try to... Yeah, no card I draw off of this is going to cost more than 2 mana anyway, so... I can wait on this. That's actually fine. That doesn't really do much right now. Sure. Okay, well they can't make me discard the card now, so now I'll crack this. Alright, that's beautiful. So if I find a Lord, he's actually dead. Okay, well that works. We just pulled this game out of our ass. Well, I mean, they gave up a little prematurely, because, I mean, I could have actually only attacked for 6, but yeah, we did have the Lord, so... Okay, well, our Jund opponent got mana fucked, so that helps us a little bit. So we want Shaper Sanctuary, Dismember. We don't really want Force of Negation against this deck. They're going to bring in probably some Collector Oath, so we can trim some Vials. Yeah, I don't think Aether Vial is really where I want to be in this matchup. I will bring in some Relics and probably some Deprives. I guess... I mean, I don't know, like... The thing is, Relic's really good against Tarmogoyf, but I assume they're going to bring in Collector Oath. What about the rest of this? I think the rest of these cards are actually really good. I don't know, like, I could bring in 1 Vial. Can I live with 2 Deprives? There's nothing else I want to take out, to be honest. Like, the rest of these cards are fine, so... We're just going to cast our cards the old-fashioned way with our mana. They don't look to be, like... They're not... I didn't see them play, like, Snake or anything, so... They're probably not the super aggro version of Jund. They're just like regular Jund, I'm guessing. As much as I want to keep this, I don't know if I can. They mulled to 6. This card is very good, but not if we can't cast it. Maybe we just have to keep it. We can play Benthic Biomancer, and if not, we can play Silvergill. And one of these two will hopefully give us a chance to dig for another... Alright, well, you know what? We're going to try it. These games are probably going to be grindy, so I imagine... They're going to have a hard choice if they Inquisition us, so... Okay, so that's good. Can we draw, like... Alright, well... That's not bad. That's actually fine, because... Now that means if they play like a black mana on turn 2, we can go after it with Seize. And if they don't do it, like, yeah, this is fine. No matter what they would Inquisition us with now, like, we have tons of really good cards. I would be happy to play this Shaper Sanctuary immediately if given the chance. Sure. Okay, well... This is a choice now. We could Spreading Seas this Stomping Ground and try to shut off his ability to do anything. So I think the green mana in the gen list might matter a little bit more now. I don't know, the black mana is still really relevant too, though. It's really hard to say, because, I mean, taking them off this right now takes them off more spells. But I'm just trying to imagine, if they play like a fetch land or like a Blood Crypt, what hurts them more? Like, I think that probably the Swamp, because it turns off more removal. And then next turn we can play Shaper Sanctuary and Silvergill Adept. Or we could... Alright. Let's attack first. They're not going to block this, and if they do, we'll just adapt it. That's fine. I'm perfectly willing to trade this Biomancer with the Scavenging Ooze. I think more of their removal is going to use the black mana, though, so that's why I want to do this. Alright, there we go. That's fine. Now it gives us some more options for next turn as to how we want to use our mana. So we can play any 2-mana spell plus any 1-mana spell. So yeah, they would have had double black this turn, so it is probably important that we did that, because we weren't screwing them off this, so... Yep. Alright. Plague Engineer is a problem, that's for sure. So how do I want to go about this? Well, I can't play the Silvergill, so we're going to have to take 2 off of this. So if they target it now with anything, now we get to draw cards. And we can just we can play another Lord and a Kamena Speaker next turn. We're going to get hit for a decent chunk, though, so... Alright, Sanctuary, this is your time to shine. Show me that you're not a worthless piece of shit. Because I don't believe in you right now. We need to do something about this Engineer very quickly. I need to have Dismember to kill this thing. So, there's a chance that if they don't do anything, I'll probably play Lord and Silvergill Adept. Okay, Renin 6. That's terrible news. That can ping this and we... Oh no, they're not going to do it. Okay, they're going to get another land. I guess that makes sense. Okay, well, we're definitely taking at least 4 damage here. Alright, what else you got going on? Okay, so... if that's the case... play Master of the Pearl Trident. Attack Renin 6. Yep. I don't want to show them this in case of, like, Maelstrom Pulse, so... Tidebinder helps. That can lock this thing down. So we have Seas online, so we're not out of this yet. Like, we can theoretically still just, like, win here. Silvergill can maybe trade with this thing as long as nothing terrible happens to our lords. Alright, well, it looks like they're going to Fatal Push one of them. No, they just want to make scavenging units bigger. Okay, that's fine. Which means we can take scavenging units for one more turn and then Tidebinder it down. I will trade the Silvergill Adept with the Plague Engineer if given the chance. Maelstrom Pulse, okay. That's fine. Well, it's not fine, because now they Fatal Push that. Okay, now we're fucked. Alright, well, we're gonna lose. Because Ren and Sick kills that kills the Silvergill Adept, and now we are gonna die. Ah, damn it, we really tried. We're at 4. Oh, that's terrible. Does that help? I don't think so. Because what I really need to do is I have to Tidebinder this down and also play a Master, but I can't do both in the same turn now. The best I could do is Trickster it and Kamena Speaker, but even the Kamena Speaker is only a 1/1. That's not going to be good enough. Could also play like Kamena Speaker and Master of the Pearl Trident, but then Master is just going to get picked. Well, I mean, if they pick off Master, like, that's not the end of the world either. I think I'm leaning towards Kamena Speaker plus Trickster. I'll throw the Kamena Speaker away into the Scavenging Ooze. Well, I may not have a choice. The problem is if I let it attack, like, the Scavenging Ooze itself can just kill me. So I'm going to have to do it before combat. So there's not really any good way to get you with, like, the Trickster. If they sacrifice the Ren and 6 to ping this, I could Trickster the Plague Engineer, so this doesn't die. Okay, they're not going to go for that, so what's your plan? We're still vulnerable to, like, removal spells, and they have 3 cards in hand. It is looking pretty bad. Shaper's Sanctuary just got pulsed off the board and did absolutely nothing, so... I mean, I guess that could have been aimed at our creatures instead, but, like, this was already hugely problematic. I haven't seen Collector Oath yet, so that's I don't know, maybe they don't have it in their sideboard or they didn't bring it in, but I kind of feel that they did. I don't know. I still think I would rather have this just be something like Kira. Or Thassa. Thassa would probably be better than the Shaper's Sanctuary, in my opinion. Alright, what are they doing here? What's the plan? That's... okay. So they're gonna ping this now. So I think here is where I have to just do this and hope for the best. This House of Cards is slowly falling down, though. Alright, that's terrible. Discard... Ugh, fuck. It has to be that. Tidebinder's the only thing that keeps us alive at this point, and I don't even think that's good enough right now. Like, we've already lost this game. This is... Yeah, I don't think we can come back. Them having, like, another removal spell plus another Renin 6 was too much. Alright, guess we gotta Tidebinder this thing down. They can ping off the Tidebinder mage. This is all losing, though. None of this is gonna turn this game around. And we're running out of life to pay for this grove. At this point, if they just bolt us, like, they probably should just be pinging our face and not our creature. If we get pinged by this thing twice, we lose. Alright. So I think Trickster buys us a turn, but not really. Yeah, like none of this matters at this point. They can just eat a bunch of. Yeah, fuck. And see that was so useless. Like that card does nothing in like this board state. Like I don't know. It just feels terrible. I hate this thing. I don't know why. Like I guess if it's in your opening hand and you're on the play, maybe it's fine. But I don't believe in it. I think I'd rather just have Kira. I don't know. This is as much as we can hope for, I guess. Or even more dismembers would probably be better than this. Ugh. Oh, damn it. Oh, it is so hard to fight Jund, especially, like, with Plague Engineer in their deck. Never do they not have it. Alright, let's try. We're on the play. This hand, like... What do I do with this hand? Like, it doesn't do anything. It only has one creature in it, and it is so vulnerable to them just, like, ripping away whatever creature... Yeah, they can just Inquisition us, and we are so far behind. I don't know. I don't think this hand wins. I guess this is better, but not by, like, a lot. Alright, done. These are pretty poor hands, and they kept 7 cards, so I think that we're going to lose. I don't feel good about this. Alright, well, that's the least devastating thing that could have happened. I guess we just Spreading Seas it and hope that that's going to slow them down enough. Because it keeps Renin 6 off the board from turn 2. I mean, that's a good land to Spreading Seas anyway, because it turns into a creature later, so... I guess we're just hoping that's good enough to interact with them. That doesn't feel like it is, though. This screams like Fatal Push. So let's see, what could happen here? We can play, like, Lord of Atlantis. I mean, we could play Echoing Truth on this and just bounce it back to our hand, but... I guess I'm just going to play Lord of Atlantis. And I don't really care what it is they use their removal spell on at this point. Or it could just be Bolt. I mean, either one would kill off the thing. Yeah. Guess we're just looking for, like, Botanical Sanctum so we can play this stupid Shaper Sanctuary. No! Why? Every fucking time on turn 3. This is, like, the dumbest card in this set. This is actually, like, almost dumber than Hogak. Alright, well, that doesn't really do much, but... So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to attack this Kamena Speaker into this fucking Plague Engineer, and if they block, I'm going to Merfolk Trickster it. That's what I thought. You're not blocking shit. I mean, I might also try to Trickster and block it that way. We're going to see Bloodbraid Elf. Vraska Golgari Queen. Oh, fuck. You can sacrifice the Raging Ravine, gain a life and draw a card. Alright, whatever. I can't do anything about it, so sure. Destroy target non-land permanent. Okay, so he's going to sacrifice the Raging Ravine. You can now, but Vraska can just kill the Shaper Sanctuary, so that sucks. Alright, neat. I don't know what to do about this. I mean, I could theoretically attack it for 4, so it can't blow up the Sanctuary, but that's not even really that good. Yeah. Okay, alright, well, that's not going to work out that way. And if I play Benthic Bioman, like, I can Echoing Truth this back and attack this thing. But they can just replay it. And then what? Then I'm not really any better off. What are my alternatives? Like, not any better. I guess I'm attacking Vraska for 2. See if she wants to attack this Shaper Sanctuary. It's going to be hard for him to keep sacrificing permanents to this thing, though. It's probably just going to +2 and not sacrifice anything. Okay, well, Double Plague Engineer is a card that I can't beat, so we have to bounce this back to his hands right now and hope that we draw Dismember next turn. Because if we don't draw a Dismember, we lose. He'll just replay Plague Engineer. Or I guess if we draw like a counterspell, maybe. Fucking Christ. 2 Plague Engineers? Are you shitting me? Is this real life? Like, is this happening? What the hell? Please just, like, kill one of my creatures with a Fatal Push. No, that's not. It doesn't do anything. I can't play Benthic Biomancer against this. Alright, show me the land I draw so I... Alright, we lose. Done. He just plays Plague Engineer and we're, like, now locked out of the game, so it doesn't matter. Alright, well... That was brutal. Alright, well, Jun just destroyed us. What the hell else do we play against? Like, this I always forget, like, at the end. I don't know. We beat Grixis, or, yeah, the Grixis Word deck. Yeah, I don't know. Like, this was okay. This just did not... it just did not. Yeah, oh, yeah, we also beat, like, the company, or the Vizier deck, right? Yeah, that was the other one. So Jund was a loss, and what were the other 2? I don't know, I'm gonna remember when I'll see it when I go back and add the tags into this, but oh, Grixis Death Shadow, yeah, that's another one. Like, I don't know, like I just am not confident in the ability of this deck to beat like Inquisition of Kozilek decks. Like, theoretically, this card was fine, but it didn't actually do anything because any time that we played it and it could have been relevant, they just had the ability to destroy it and it completely ignore it, and we just were getting destroyed by Plague Engineer anyway. So I don't know, like I don't know what we're supposed to do about it. I just this is supposed to be one of the reasons that green is good, but it just did not. It felt pretty underwhelming. Like every time that we cast it, I think that Kara probably just makes more sense to be in this slot. Even like if we're playing against a control deck, they have like stuff like Detention Sphere or even Teferi. I think that can get rid of this, right? Or I guess Big Teferi can. Detention Sphere is deals with it. I don't know. Kira is also more relevant against decks like humans if we come up against them. Damn it! What was the other deck that we played against? I forget at this point. Darn it! All right, I'll see it when I go back and do it, but. I don't know, like, I feel like this list is okay, but this definitely is a problem. Oh, TitanShift. Yeah, that was the one. That was one where, yeah, we just lost a Primeval Titan. That's just as simple as that, man. Force of Negation does nothing against Titan, and we did not have Deprive when we needed it. Like, that is a matchup where the more counterspells you have, the higher your chances you're going to beat that deck. I don't know, I think that maybe this, we can cut, like, one of these, probably. I don't like going down to just 2 ways to deal with bridge in the deck, but maybe we just like remove Return to Nature because we don't really see a lot of Stoneforge Mystic, and I don't think we need the help against it that much. The oafs are fine. Like there's enough Grixis out there that this is okay that we need it. Yeah, I guess we could just bring in like another Echoing Truth and then cut this for like a 4th Deprive. Maybe that's fine. And then just 2 Kiras. I mean that makes sense to me. But I don't know, like those are all 3 tough matches that we lost, and it sucks. It's particularly frustrating to me because it's been a while since we've had like a really good result in playing Modern. Like every time, it just gets really hard. You come up against like with hands that you absolutely can't. You have mulled to oblivion with it. You can't do anything about. Or it's like you come up against the Neoform deck and you didn't keep Force of Will or the Force of Negation in your opening hand, and it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do about it? Or just you come up against like Grixis Death Shadow and like we're not prepared to grind against that deck. Like that's hard. Like I don't know. You probably need like Dismembers in the main deck to really help with that, or Harbinger of the Tides. But or like any time that you don't have Tidebinder, that's when you see like all the mono red prowess decks. Like the randomness of this game is just insane to me, and it might be a while before we're back on top because it's particularly frustrating because I only play like 2 leagues a week and it's like 1 in each format, so we're making changes to it, but everything else is also changing during that time, and when it doesn't go your way, it sticks with you for a while, and sometimes you might go through a patch where you have a bunch of leagues that just don't or end up going your way, and it might be a lot of leagues in a row because, like I said, Magic is a very random game, and it's really hard to maintain a high win rate. Like if you win like 70% of the time, like at like a really high competitive level, that would be ridiculous. Like, the only way that people can maintain win rates, like, above 70% is when they're playing against players that are not actually that good at the game. And since they merged the leagues, I think that that's gotten a lot more random, too. Now instead of having, like, more of the good players in the competitive leagues, like, you have just a wider mix of, like, the players that you can play against. So some people might play a league and just like play against a bunch of players that are not quite as good and just easily cruise to a 5-0 and be like, oh, I don't know how anybody struggles with this game. And then you might have people that play against a lot of like more similarly matched players, or maybe even people that are better than them, and that makes it a lot harder to win. So I don't know, I kind of feel like the variance in like MTGO is, if anything, it has probably gone up, and it just, like I said, it makes it more frustrating when you just play for a while and you're not doing well, but whatever, we'll get through it. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with playing Simic at the moment. We'll just have to keep jamming it until we find a way to make it get through. That's just what it takes. It's persistence, so you can't let that get to you too much. And you know, it's frustrating for a little while, but it'll, if you just keep at it, eventually, if you just, yeah, try enough times and eventually you'll succeed. That's just how it goes. So I don't know. Hopefully next time we'll get there. Yeah, as far as the next league goes, on Sunday I will be at a team event, so I don't know if I will have it, if I will get to recording on Sunday. It might not be until Monday before a video goes up. We'll have to see. I don't know what my schedule's going to look like until then, so. Alright, well, that's all I got. I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Take care, guys.